Welcome to White Noise Ranking with your boy Sleepyhead Newt. In this video, we're covering top 10 Tool songs to put you to sleep. I love Tool, and hey, have a joint. Jokes aside, be sure to leave a subscribe if you love Tool. But seriously, you'll see from this list, these guys make some awesome tracks. Enjoy. In a discography like Tool's, this song looks less and less appealing as the albums go by. Outtakes before they even properly released anything. Nothing absurdly unique about this track, but it shows how early on Tool found their sound. Sounds kinda spiritual, but it also sounds like someone flicked auto-tune on and started messing around with it. I'll include the bonus track with this song because it's the only chance that this song has of being high on the list. Too much chocolate can be unhealthy. Neat little interlude track. A bit of a chill out zone before the next obnoxiously long track. I feel like I'm being mocked. Yeah, just a bit of Undertow not living up to what they would eventually become. How the sound was made is pretty funny, cool little interlude. Didn't know the vocalist could belt like that, damn. This is so silly. Another interesting interlude, this album has quite a few of them, up for interpretation. I love dogs. I come from New Zealand and it sounds a bit like a switched up version of our native language. This jams, sounds a bit like Deftones before they released anything. Honestly, the main problem with the album is just that it gets a bit same sounding, however not so big an issue when the sound is great. Honestly, I think as an album, Fear Inoculum isn't able to keep up the momentum to properly present 6, 11 to 15 minute long tracks, which is unfortunate because they all deserve that at least. Okay, here's an example of a Tool song that drags on a little bit. Still enjoyable. The calmest raging ever. Funny little voice recording style interlude track. Who here watching this video has this as their ringtone? Say aye. The song was good, but against the rest of the album doesn't really offer much. I agree with it though. Some strong climaxes with suiting build-ups. The bass was pretty great. Since their first full-length release, they've been good at lyrics, and they never let down since. I love how the instruments have this strange sound that doesn't sound like it comes from the actual instruments themselves. Littered with some of my favourite moments on the album. This vocal part is a bit strange to me, but I love the riffing and the lyrics. An interesting way of putting some abuse. Goes on for a bit too long, which doesn't immediately fault it, just wish it had more moments like it did in the interlude. Didn't feel like 15 minutes, great closing track. I think the meaning of the lyrics is super up for interpretation, but it makes me think about the way that I live. This makes me feel like an ion and an atom in some strange plane of existence. Ah yes, the fabled song about fudge packing. Drums have always been my favourite part of Tool, especially from 10,000 Days and onward. The title of the song does not help explain the meaning of the song itself, which is funny as, because it kind of explains the silly aspects of the album. The drums are absolutely my favourite part of this song, makes you excited for what the trilogy offers. This functions as a Wings for Marie prelude track, and is heartbreaking, with future context that is. Can see why this is as popular as it is. For Tool standards, this is quite accessible. Sorry, could you scream that again? Didn't catch that the first time. A behemoth of a prelude to a behemoth of a song. The existential lyricism reminds me of the time that I spend in the shower. 10 minutes is not long enough. A bit dragged, but dope song nonetheless, characteristic of this album. For an overused theme in metal, the way it's told here is actually really creative. The interlude also, eargasm. Somehow, 12-minute long Tool songs don't bore me very much. Time signatures, drums with their own might, and eerie atmospheric interludes takes a while to get boring. There's character development in MJK as the songs of this topic go on into the future. It's so compelling it brings a tear. The bridge carries the musical aspect of the song. The fact that Tool makes so many anal references into meaningful stuff is funny. Actual shredding Tool mode. Also, a monumental climax for an album with such magnitude. This song marks the beginning of the strength and Tool that drew me in to begin with. The way the guitar in the bridge verse meanders is super fun to listen to. The theme talks about not overanalyzing things, which is funny because it directly calls out people who discovered the mathematical intricacies of the track. You can see the future of Tool creeping in through that intro and I'm loving it. I wish Tool had more moments like this, especially after the one on 10,000 Days. As awesome as the song was, the theme was what stuck out to me the most, and is what makes this so high on the list. The opening goes unnecessarily hard. Tool once again reinvents an idea and shakes the cobwebs with their insane presentation. I love songs of this nature, certainly sounds like Tool. The 13 minutes never gets boring. No idea the intent behind this, but man, I don't care. This is so fun to listen to. It's an auditory experience rather than a song. 7 minutes of face-scrunching riffs and mind-blowing prog metal. What is this Serial Experiments Lane type shit? Not much I can say that hasn't already been said. While the theme has been trumped by many a Tool song, this stands above for me as their true musical achievement. When it comes to enjoyment, this is absolutely the top for me. Such a cool song with a dope ass meaning. Teared up in my reaction video. Check it out. Absolutely brilliant track, teasing for this track coming up. 10,000 days is fleeting in the face of eternity. Spend it wisely.